Epiphany, your star must shine. The word epiphany comes from the Greek epiphainen, a verb that means to shine upon, to manifest, to make known. The Feast of the Epiphany celebrates the many ways that Christ made himself known to the world, and that was mainly in three events that manifested the mission and divinity of Christ. The visit of the Magi in Matthew chapter 2 verse 1 to 12, the baptism of Jesus, Mark chapter 1 verse 9 to 11, and many other episodes in the Synoptic Gospel, and the miracle at Cana, John chapter 2 verse 1 to 11. Epiphany Day is also known as the Feast of the Visit of the Magi. Magi is from the Greek word magoi, which means wise man. So Epiphany is in the Catholic Church is the day the wise men, three from the East, visited Jesus. Raymond E. Brown, a great New Testament scholar, found an echo of the story of the three wise men in the story of King Balak and the prophet Balaam in the Old Testament, Numbers chapter 22 to chapter 24. Balak, the Transjordanian king of the Moabites, feared the Israelites and wanted to destroy them, just like Herod feared the birth of the Messiah and wanted to destroy him. He summoned Balaam, a famous prophet, to place a curse on Israel. It is worth mentioning that Balaam was a non-Israelite. He was an occult visionary and a practitioner of enchantment. Unfortunately for Balak, every time Balaam got up to curse the Israelites, only blessings were pronounced. In his prophecy, we find a nice clue announcing the birth of a king. I look to the future and I see the nation of Israel. A king like a bright star will arise in that nation. Like a comet, he will come from Israel. Numbers chapter 24 verse 17. The Magi understood his star, Matthew chapter 2 verse 2, had finally appeared to them, heralding the birth of the King, Christ the King. They knew that they had to make haste to worship him. What gifts did the wise men offer? Gold was offered to Jesus because he was king. Frankincense to acknowledge his divinity, and myrrh was offered because Jesus would die for the sins of the people. This dates back to origin in Contra Celsum. Gold as to a king, myrrh as to one who is mortal, and incense as to a god. However, their greatest gift to their infant Savior came when they dropped to their knees and gave him their hearts in adoration. While Herod tried to kill Jesus and extinguish the shining star, the wise men instead adored him. The antidote to becoming like Herod is to become like the wise men, to kneel down and adore Jesus. Your star must shine. Epiphany is a feast of the universality of salvation. That is why Isaiah would insist on the fact that the nations shall come to your light. All are assembling. This means that people from all other countries will come to see the light. Paul, in the second reading, in a more religious sense, insists that pagans now share the same inheritance as the Jews. The psalmist also insists that all nations shall fall prostrate before you, O Lord. The shining light and the star of the newborn King will shine on all nations, including you, and no one can extinguish it, because your star must shine. Your star can be your strength. Your star can be a unique possession and a potential. Your star is your talent, your academic, your business, or your political prowess. When your star begins to shine, you leave obscurity and you step into the limelight. Solomon's star of wisdom shone And the kings and queens came with gifts just to hear him talk. So remember, no one can put off the plans God has for you. Your star must shine. Almighty God bless you, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.